Good afternoon, kiddos. As many of you know from last year, if you were a student with us last year, I love to read books to you. Last year I did it on the announcements, but this year we won't really have time for that. So I thought I would take an opportunity during Wildcat Pride to read you a story that applies to all of us today. And it is called First Day Jitters. It is by Julie Dannenberg, and it is illustrated by Judy Love. First Day Jitters. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartfeld said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you? I'm not going, said Sarah, and she pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. Do your parents ever do that when you have to get up? Just open the window and make it light out? No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. She is not getting out of bed. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, you think of all the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it'll be hard, and I just hate it. That's all. Is that how you felt this morning? What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. Maybe they'll send the police looking for her. Uh-oh. They will think that I'm lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I am not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I will see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous on the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up at as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell, your new teacher. Did you expect that? I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be a kiddo. Turns out that the teacher had first day jitters too and was afraid to come to school because maybe nobody would like her and she wouldn't know anybody. I have first day jitters too, and I'm sure that you do. So just know that we're all in this together, and when things get hard, we will persist together and we will do whatever it takes to make sure that we all have a successful year. Thank you for listening to this story. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day.